Hello, everybody, and welcome to Problem Solve Her. I'm your co-host, Chloe, with my co-host, Dagmar.
Hi.
Hi, Daggylicious is in the house. Dag's in the house. Chloe's in the house.
We would like to take a moment in this episode to thank our sponsors. Palm Beach Dog Academy is located right here in the heart of sunny South Florida. Founded by Jeff Nelson, who did his training at the Harvard of Dog Training Academies at the Tom Rose School in Missouri. I can say firsthand that Jeff not only has the credentials and the experience, he knows how to train dogs properly. He trained my beloved Oscar, our furry favorite guy who lived till 19 years of age. For more information about Jeff's packages and his academy, please visit palmbeachdogacademy.com.
And we're here, ladies, to just inform you with our own experiences and give you our stories and our views on things that you can solve and to really dig deep into yourself and see what you need to work on. And we're just fabulous and we're fun and we're innovative and we're very cool. And that's what I think about us.
Okay. So today the topic is how to improve yourself. So what do you do, Chloe, to improve yourself?
Oh, we're getting right into it. Okay. Well, what I do to improve myself, I'm constantly trying to improve myself and I'm sure I can do better. The first thing is to be aware and think about what you want and not what you don't want and areas that you need to improve, whether it's personally, whether it's relationships, whether it's your health, fitness, business, whether it's Oliver. I feel so horrible about this. Last night it was raining and he doesn't like to go to the bathroom in the rain. And when he gets dripping wet like a wet water rat, I have to brush him out. I have to towel him down. It's like a whole thing. And I was kind of pulling like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And like a human, if someone's in the bathroom and they're like pressing me like, hurry up, I need the toilet, get off. You're like, whoa. That's kind of what I was doing to him last night. So he ended up not going. And that's my fault. And these are not excuses, but the perimenopause really has my brain sometimes where I just don't want to do things. I feel like such low energy and I'm a little irritable and I snap a little bit. And I've always been someone who's been extremely driven and who likes to get things done. And I don't take no for an answer, but it's like your hormones, or even when I'm on my menstrual cycle, I'm very low energy. So the last few months have been a little up and down for me. And I know that you and I sometimes have different views on what we need to improve on our brand. And that's okay because we're sisters and we're always going to work it out. I never want you to feel like I'm not doing enough. And I don't want to ever feel like you're not doing enough because I believe in you and I know you believe in me. But I have to do better on certain things and improving myself. And I know that. But the perimenopause really has my hormones so out of whack. And what happens is the last healthy eggs that a woman has, they're constantly dropping. I was ovulating like a week and a half ago. I felt it. For those of you who don't know what ovulation is, please go to this thing called Google because we should all know what it is. And so I'm ovulating and then I'm all over the place. And, I don't like getting up very early with Oliver. 7 o'clock has never been my time ever in my life unless I'm getting on a plane and going somewhere. So I've had to really shift my sleep cycle, which I don't like to do because I can't fall asleep until like 11. I can't go to sleep at 9 o'clock. I just can't do it.
We would like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Cafe Bastille originated in Miami, now has a location in downtown Fort Lauderdale for almost 2 years. Located steps from Las Solas and sitting on the canal, I can personally say I frequent there often. Their lattes are wonderful, hot or cold. The velvet pancakes just melt in your mouth. The pommes frites are on point, and the bottomless mimosas for brunch all day long are absolutely fabulous. For more information, please go to cafebastilledowntown.com.
So constantly trying to evolve and improve myself. How about you?
So it's very interesting analyzing myself. as I was young, like a child or teenager, my improving myself was really becoming a better helper, becoming a better caregiver, becoming a better, nicer girl, because I wanted to be loved, and that's what I was totally seeking. So my whole focus was about improving to be more loved, improving to be more liked. And I have this passion and this strive for learning and studying. And then between my 20s and 30, 35, oh my God, improving myself was all about becoming a better professional, having more knowledge, more well-rounded, more in-depth. And I felt great about myself. Like I felt I had it all going. I was special. I was outstanding. And wherever I worked, whoever I worked with, they all said, oh my God, you're so driven and you're an overachiever and you produce. And that gave me my value. That gave me my great feeling myself. And I really got used to it. And then after going through different life phases where tragic happened in my personal life, I realized I allowed this to identify who I am. So it was not my goal until then to become a better person. Until then, it was my goal to become a better achiever. And as I started become a better person, or I wanted to become a better person because I didn't want to be like my parents. I didn't want to be like my father, very cold, very sarcastic, very, very, very dry. And my mom totally over emotional in a way, like everything was a drama and nothing could be discussed. And did a lot of things. I did NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, where you can identify your childhood pattern and your childhood trauma and how this shapes you to the person you are then. And you can make conscious decisions. Do you want to be like this or you don't? And the first thing what I wanted to change was my conflict management, because my mom was helpless and crying. My father was helpless and screaming. So both I did not want to do. I really want to, like what you said, we always will find common ground because we love each other. And the goal is, what can we accomplish together, right? Accomplish together because we want to make the world a better place. We want to make money with it. We enjoy working together. We have fun working together. How can we make it happen? And my parents did not teach me this mindset in relationships. It was one won and one lost, black and white. There was never the purple, the gray, the yellow in between.
We would like to take this moment and break in the episode to thank our sponsors. Robin Lord Law is New Jersey's premier criminal defense attorney for over 2 decades. Robin believes in justice for all and an aggressive legal approach in the courtroom, defending her clients with facts and passion. With an extremely high success rate, Robin has caught a lot of attention in the media with her bold approach in the courtroom and fabulous style. For more information, please contact Robin directly at robinlordlaw.com.
And as I started the journey with NLP, and it made me aware of, like what Marcy said last time, when you go back on the lifetime, the lifeline, going back to your past, and then you really identify when was the first time you had these feelings as not being loved, being abandoned, not being enough. What would you need then, what you can give yourself today? And so from that journey, it evolved that I did a lot of communication skills, but not for business. How do you communicate effectively from an eagle eye perspective, looking down to it and taking yourself out of the situation and not being emotionally in it or being ego driven in it, like you would be from a frog perspective. And in the last 2 years, and it's so funny that Chloe's Jewish, but she did not connect with me with Kabbalah. But since I'm studying Kabbalah and we're talking about it, it's so much of an enlightenment understanding, right? The big picture of everything. And why am I here? What's my purpose? Why am I doing things how I do them? And do I like how I do them, or do I want to change them? And really, for me, David Gehem, and I know for you, it's a book about Kabbalah. For me, it's really David Gehem makes a huge difference in my life. And especially by working with the animals, what a pleasure. Like I say, what a pleasure several times a day, because when, in the first mini second, when something happens, they throw up, they poop, they pee, fight, whatever, then, the old annoyance, like, oh my God, came out. But by really internalizing Kabbalah, and it's so funny, the German word for it is looking within you for internalizing. I don't know if that's a Latin word or not, the English one. But the German one means you look within and you bring in more light, which I realized today. It really made my life more peaceful, helped me to act, not to react, helped me to slow down emotionally when I feel triggered, or when I feel not heard or not loved or abandoned, and brings me in a situation where I'm aware of what I'm feeling, can make a conscious decision. Do I want to feel like this or not? And then change the output, how I react, and also let go. Like Chloe, now it's so funny when we approach something, we approach it from a totally different perspective. Oh,
That's okay.
and
Did you ever hear the term opposites attract?
yeah, I had opposites in my life. Was not always pretty.
And we have a lot of similarities, but we do approach some things differently.
And I think the core is, when you want to improve yourself, that you do that not to please somebody else, but you really want it. And you're not limited to what you want to improve, but you're open-minded to what makes your life better, what makes you better, what makes you a better person, what makes you more aligned with yourself, with your inner core, who you really are. So I'm still on the journey. I learn every day. I improve every day. Some days are easier. Some days are more challenging. And I'm happy now. I would say the first time in my life, I'm happy for no reason. I'm just happy because
You don't need a reason. You can just wake up happy just because.
Yeah, I'm happy because I live the life I love. I work and do the work I love. I have people surrounding me who love me. So life is good.
There's a famous reggae song. Well, thank you for sharing that. That was powerful. Going back to Kabbalah, because I have studied it for 20, on and off for 25 years. So it's not just the book. So The Power of Kabbalah is an incredible book. It's like the intro to learning what Kabbalah is. So the meaning of Kabbalah actually means old spiritual Jewish mysticism. So that means that anyone can study it because it's the spiritual essence side of Judaism. It's not like reading the Talmud, which you can unless you're a learned rabbi of 25 years anyway. And if you're studying it, the Torah, that's the people that study the Torah are extremely religious Orthodox Jews or rabbis, rebbes in training, or rabbinitzins, which is a female rabbi. And Eitan and Eliyahu are two different guys. One opened the Kabbalah Center in LA and one in New York. That's when it really started. And that was in like 2002, 2003. So when I was living in LA for that year, I was there studying with my best friend. And then when I came to New York, they still have a location on the east side. I think it's like 48th Street, the Kabbalah Center. So I actually studied in the classes with groups of people. And the one thing that always stood out to me, which is one of the founding principles of Kabbalah and the power of now, right? The power of Kabbalah, the power of now, the secret. And if you can do this, because it takes like a bulldozer inside you to really stay strong, is to not take anything personally. It's one of the founding principles of Kabbalah. And that means that if you walk into a meeting and someone snaps at you out of nowhere. Where's the coffee? I thought I was going to, whatever it may be, where you come home and your significant other just pops off and you're like, you have to go dig deep, so far down into your soul, go into your belly and be like, this has nothing to do with me. They are transferring this. It's not for the reasons we think it is. We can't take it personally. And it's very, very hard to do that. But that helps us to improve and to grow so that we can understand ourselves better. Anytime you're going through a transformation in life, you have an area to improve. So the perimenopause, going through, a very long-term relationship that comes to an end, it's like a mourning period, and whatever else is going on, it gives a chance to step outside yourself and really, really try to grow within. And part of that is, and I really truly believe this, you have to surround yourself with the best people. I don't need any surface nonsense around me. I don't need any flighty friends. I want raw and rugged, and people are going to tell me exactly who like it is, people that I trust, people that I love, family, friends I've had for a million years, whoever it may be that you truly trust. And you take their advice and you take it in and you confide in them and they don't judge you. So we're constantly improving. And once we improve to places where you said, like, we're just happy, just to be happy. I mean, every day I wake up, I'm happy no matter what. Because I give thanks for life. And you're just like, this is amazing. I don't want to wake up at 7. Oliver is giving me all these kisses and he's nuzzling in me in my ear. And I'm like, half like, asleep. And I'm like, let's just do it. We got to do it. Got to get up. Got to go. Some days are just like today when I texted you, it's just back to back. Monday is always, I don't know for you, but Monday is always a reset day for me to try to do more the next week. So because of the healing of my foot, I can do certain things in exercise. I can't play tennis. I can't run on the beach and all these other things. What I do now is the night before, which I did last night, I take my yoga mat out and I put it on the floor in the living room. So when I get up, it's staring at me in the face and I have to do it. I have to do it. And I did. So we have to constantly improve in terms of thinking about what we really want in life. I still don't understand how people even got to the planet, the Big Bang Theory. There's all these different views on it, and we can do that on another episode. But how are humans even here? How are all these skyscrapers here? Where did all these lakes and beaches and rivers and the Atlantic Ocean come from? And bears and cats and dogs and rainbows? It's like input overload. It's like turning the computer on and it's starting. Remember when it used to start on AOL and go, I was like connecting, remember? And that's like our brains sometime because, we don't really know what we're here, why anyone's on this planet. But all we can hope for is that we're here to do good and we're here to have fun because having fun makes you smile and makes you happy. And it's just good for your soul.
Yep. What's the one message you want to share with our listeners before we end that episode?
Well, I knew you were going to ask me that, and I decided to do something different today. So last night, sorry. Wait, it dropped. Sorry, not last night. Saturday night, I went to this really authentic Chinese restaurant with my parents. And, they give you the fortune cookies. Mine said, sometimes they're on both sides. The other side sometimes is just Chinese writing and there's nothing you can't. I have both in English, which is rare. My one side says, your willingness to take calculated risks will lead to great opportunities. That's one of my messages. And the other message to the audience is, don't miss out on your chance to win big. I mean, things better start happening for me this week. I mean, what about you?
Mine is stay open.
Stay open-minded.
Just stay open. Stay open-minded, stay open emotionally, stay open spiritually.
Okay. That's good. Well, we're all here to improve. We're improving in this episode right now as we speak. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the 25% of you that listen, we do love you. You can find us on ProblemSolvHer.com, no Spotify, YouTube, a chutzpah girl on TikTok. UTZPAGURL. That's the Chutzpah Girl. And on Instagram, ProblemSolvHer. And we're here. We're there. We're everywhere. Coaching's available in November. We see you. We hear you. We love you.
Just a quick note before we end. This conversation is for inspiration and empowerment only. It's not medical, mental health, or legal advice. We are not doctors, therapists, or lawyers. Just women sharing real stories and personal truth. Always seek professional guidance for your unique situation.